Hey, what's up everybody? We are back doing another HIIT workout today. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of a different type of HIIT workout. We're going to be doing one that's great for beginners. This one is going to be a 20-minute total workout. That's going to include a 2-minute warm-up, a 2-minute cool down, and then each round is going to be 45 seconds on, 60 seconds off. So the rest time is going to be just a little bit longer than the active time, and that's great, especially if you're just now starting HIIT and you need a little bit more time to rest between sets. We're going to give you a little bit of extra time on your rest periods here, 60 seconds on those, 45 on the action. I'm going to go ahead and start the warm-up right now. As usual, if you're watching this on YouTube, thanks for hanging out, watching, working out alongside with me. If you find this video to be helpful, please hit like on it, maybe even the subscribe. And if you're listening over on Spotify, thanks for listening. You know, I've got these tracks, the accompaniment tracks, over on Spotify, so you can just hear me, the music, and the beeps, so you know when to stop and start. You don't have to see my ugly face when you're doing your workout. So check that out, artist named HIIT Shizz. We're gonna spend these couple of minutes warming up, just kind of getting the body loose, getting the brain loose, mentally preparing for what we're about to do. I'm gonna be doing a few different types of exercises, some jumping around, some bobbing and weaving, but you can do whatever you wanna do, wherever you're at. Doesn't have to be the same as me. We're all kind of doing it together. It doesn't matter what it is, where you're at. So let's just take this last 1 minute before we get going and prepare. You're gonna hear a series of 3 beeps. That's gonna be a countdown, 3, 2, 1. And then when you hear that 4th beep every round, that means it's the next part. So if it's a rest part, you're gonna go into the active part and vice versa. You'll see how it works. I'm gonna shut up now and get ready to do what we're gonna do. 30 seconds left. All right, here we go with 60 seconds of rest. All right, down to 20 seconds of rest. All right, we got ourselves another rest period. It's 3 down, 7 more to go. Now remember, if you are a beginner, if you need to take a round off, if you need to stop a little bit early, that's okay. We just don't want to quit. And remember, intensity isn't always speed. Sometimes intensity is simply effort and energy. All right, 60 seconds of rest. Now I'm going to be mixing up my exercises, as you can see. You can mix yours up, you can keep doing the same thing. Whatever it is, it's all good, as long as you're doing it. All right, 60 seconds of rest. All right, 60 seconds of rest. Now you really want to make sure on your rest period, you're not completely stopping your body from moving. Keep it going just a little bit, just enough to keep the blood pumping. But we want to bring that heart rate down. So draw your breathing out on these rests and prepare for the next one. All right, 1 minute of rest here. We're heading into our last 3 rounds. These are the rounds where you would typically end up judging yourself for how the entire workout went. So we really want to put some extra effort into these rounds. And remember, effort doesn't necessarily mean speed. It can mean going further in your dips. It can mean wider strides. Anything that makes you breathe a little harder is extra effort. 10 seconds left on the rest. Let's get ready for 8. All right, 60 seconds of rest. Last 2 rounds, what do you got? What do you got in you? What's left in the tank? Down to 20 seconds on the rest. All right, 60 seconds, your final rest before the final round. All right, 10 seconds on the rest. Let's get ready to rumble. Let's go. Let's go. All right, 2-minute cool down. Well done. Let's just take a minute and chill, let our bodies calm down. All right, just over a minute left on the final cool down. And excellent work. Remember, I said earlier that intensity and effort isn't always about speed, especially if you're a beginner. It's important to remember that sometimes that intensity, the effort just comes from maybe going a little bit deeper on your lunge or jumping a little bit higher on your jumping jacks. It doesn't always have to be speed. Just let the heart rate slow down here. Let the body cool off. 25 seconds left. Thanks y'all so much for hanging out with me. If you're on YouTube, I got a bunch of these other videos. If this was helpful, hit like, maybe even the subscribe while you're here. And if you're listening on Spotify, thank you so much. You can go over to Spotify and listen to all my tracks. Artist named HIIT Shizz. And those 4 beeps are the most beautiful beeps of the whole thing. It means work is done and dues are paid. Thanks y'all so much for hanging out with me. Check out my other HIIT videos. We'll see you on the next one. Peace out.